All right, students, let's get back to work. In this video, we will introduce the concept of ratio. A ratio is a simple comparison of two numbers. Here's a nice example. I've got a rectangle. This rectangle has length 4 inches and width 10 inches. Problem number 1 says to find the ratio of the width to the length. All that means is compare. Ratio is a comparison. Compare width to length. Now we'll compare the width to the length in the form of a fraction. Since the problem has the word width first and length last, width goes in the top, length goes in the bottom. The width is 10 inches. The length is 4 inches. That's a perfectly good ratio. 10 inches in the width compared to 4 inches in the length. But as a fraction, that reduces, and we always reduce our fractions. So take the top and the bottom and divide them both by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2. There's my final answer. When I compare the width to the length, for every 5 inches in the width, there are 2 inches in the length. Problem number 2 has an extra hidden step. Find the ratio of the length to the perimeter. I can look at the rectangle and see what the length is. I'm supposed to compare the length to the perimeter. Well, perimeter means the distance around the outside of the rectangle. Let's do a little scrap work. If I want the perimeter, I've got to add up all of the sides. 10 plus 4 plus 10 plus 4. Length plus width plus length plus width. When I add those up, that's a perimeter of 28 inches. Now I'm ready to answer my question. Find the ratio of the length to the perimeter. Means compare the length, which is 4 inches, to the perimeter, which is 28 inches. Now reduce. These are both divisible by 4. Divide by 4, divide by 4. Find the ratio of the length of the perimeter. The length compared to the perimeter is 1 to 7. For every 1 inch on the length, there are 7 inches on the perimeter. Or another way to say it, the length is 1/7 of the perimeter. The instructions for your homework problems will be worded this way. Write each as a fraction in simplest form. But what that really means is write a ratio and then reduce. So 8 printers for 36 computers. Let's compare printers to computers. There are 8 printers for every 36 computers. Now reduce. These numbers are both divisible by 4. Divide by 4, divide by 4. Final answer is 2 ninths, meaning that there are 2 printers for every 9 computers. Problem number 4. There's 48 cans of cola for 15 people. We're going to compare cans to people. There's 48 cans of cola. There are 15 people. Now reduce. 48 and 15 are both divisible by 3. 3 goes into 48 16 times. 3 goes into 15 5 times. A warning here on your homework, sometimes these numbers might get very large and reducing is a little tough. Feel free to use a calculator to help you on the division. What does this final answer mean? Well, there are 16 cans of cola for every 5 people. Number 20. In a quality control problem, you find 20 defects from 250 transmitters. We're comparing defects to transmitters. there were 20 defects out of every 250. Now let's reduce. Since both of these end in 0, I can certainly divide them each by 10. Divide by 10, divide by 10. There's my final ratio. And what it says is that 2 out of every 25 transistors are defective. All right, your turn to work some homework, and then meet me back here.